I'm a Georgia Bulldog till I die. Red and black running deep inside. Got that pride, you can see it in my eyes. Stand tall, yeah, we barking through the night. G-A, that's right.
Welcome back to the Doghouse YouTube gang. And in today's video, man, we talk about Billy Napier, man, showing up at practice on Tuesday, man. I saw an article came out on Dog Nation, and we're gonna go over that article, but prior to that, I just want to talk about a little bit about this game, right? Because I know a lot of people is talking about it, a lot of people giving their takes on it. My main thing about this game, I think that Texas does have a slight edge on us. I haven't really been watching Texas all season, but the few games that I have watched all season, I mean, there's nothing about Texas that I feel like is a bigger threat than the fact that we whooped them last season twice, and they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. You know, they coming to get their lick back. So I think that's the biggest edge outside of them having, you know, similar talent on their team just as well as Georgia. I think for me, I look at Texas just like any other team in this conference. Like I said, it's been a whole lot of nail biters all season. Alabama, even Georgia, you know, just as well as Texas, you know. So they only won against Kentucky, which is not a very good team. They won by 3 points, and then, you know, they let Mississippi State score 38 on them, and then, you know, the next week they played Vanderbilt, and they only beat them by 3 points. So everybody is pretty much having nail biters this season. That's why I'm not really sure on how this game will turn out. I know a lot of people going to try to give their predictions, but the way this season has been turning out for everybody in the SEC, man, I just don't know, honestly. But what I do know is Texas is going to have to win this game. So we kind of in the same position, right? Because we have to win this game also, because our last game is Georgia Tech. But my thing is, you know, as far as Texas, they have a lot riding on them, right? Because their last game of the season, after they play Arkansas, which I believe they will beat Arkansas, their last game is against Texas A&M, and Texas A&M has been going hard, and I'm sure that Texas A&M will beat Texas. But that's why I say they got a lot more riding on it than we do. But we don't want to be a two-loss team. Like I said, we got Charlotte after Texas, and then we got Georgia Tech, which even in that Georgia Tech game, you know, if we slack in that game, Georgia Tech can take it away also. But like I say, the only edge that I actually see with this team is the fact that we beat them twice last season, and they want to, in Sarkisian, I'm sure Sarkisian want to get his lick back. And also I was hearing that Arch was having conversations with Ty Simpson, you know what I mean? That's another thing that Dog Nation talked about. My main thing to that is that Georgia is not the same team that we were in week 4 when we played against Alabama. They're not the same team at all. Only thing that I'm concerned about, not really concerned, but because I feel like our offense is going to do very well regardless. You know, you got Lawson Lucky that went out from the concussion. I mean, they said that he wanted to get back in the game, but I think he might still be questionable for this game. DeMello Jones is going to be out for this game. Obviously, Kobe Young. So we got a few players that I feel like I would like to be in this game, but at the end of the day, we still got the level of talent. Next man up. But yeah, it was just weird to see in the article that Arch is having conversations with Ty, because like, little do he know, I don't know if he knows or not, he should know by now that we're not the same team that we were in week 4. But instead of talking y'all heads off about that, man, let's get right into this article, man, because I thought it was a pretty interesting article. Let's get right into it. All right, it says Kirby Smart knows Billy Napier well. The former Florida coach worked with Smart when the two were at Alabama. Their relationship goes even deeper than that, as they are both sons of former Georgia high school football coaches. Napier knows Georgia next full well, having already beaten the Texas Longhorn this year when he was the head coach at Florida. Napier was fired in October, giving him plenty of free time. So Smart had Napier at Georgia's practice on Tuesday. Now, I don't know if it's going to talk about Georgia or Kirby Smart picking his brain. I don't know if that's the case. I think that Kirby Smart and Bobo are gonna have their own plan set, but at the end of the day, it don't hurt to kind of figure out or find out, certain things that Napier did to win that game. Kirby Smart said, people don't understand relationships and coaches. Coaches have a brotherhood and a fraternity together, and his dad was good friends with my dad. His dad was really good friends with Coach Bobo, and we all grew up in the state of Georgia with our fathers coaching high school football. They were well-respected people. He's been a friend for a long time. He dropped by, yeah, but that was really it. Like, that was it. Like, he just dropped by, like, So it's with Georgia taking on Texas this week, it's easy to see why Smart will want to pick the brain of someone who has already beaten the number 10 Longhorns this season. Florida won 29-21 with the two teams met in Gainesville on October 4th. Texas had an off week prior to Florida, just as the Longhorns did before the week against Georgia. Okay. He says Florida has lost both games since firing its coach and is coming off a 38-7 loss at Kentucky. This is not the first time this week that Smart has pointed out his friendships with other coaches, as he spoke about Texas coach Steve Sarkisian in a similar manner earlier this week. We've got a big matchup, Smart said. A lot of respect for Sark. He's become a good friend of mine. He does a tremendous job. Kirby say that all the time. He does a tremendous job. He's at one of the premier programs in the country. He's been successful everywhere he's been. He's done a great job, and I enjoy his friendship and look forward to another great matchup on Saturday. For what it's worth, Smart isn't the only one leaning on friendships in hopes of gaining an advantage. Texas quarterback Arch Manning told reporters earlier this week he planned to reach out to Ty Simpson for tips on facing Georgia. Simpson is the only quarterback to beat Georgia this season, as Alabama won 24-21 in Athens. Arch said, "Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk. He asked me some questions about teams we've played. It's good having him in my corner." So y'all already know it's going to be Saturday at 7:30 on ABC, and I'm going to be live for that. At the end of the day, man, I know everybody love to get their early predictions. I'm not going to give my early prediction. Like I said, there has been no team this season that has been consistent, if you ask me. At the end of the day, I think we both got a lot riding on this game. I think we've got a lot riding on it because we don't want to take 2 losses. I think for them, they already took 2 losses, but they have Texas A&M at the end of their schedule, so they can't lose this game and then turn around and beat Arkansas and then lose to Texas A&M. So I can see where they're gonna come in. Like I say, the only thing that I believe that they have an edge on us is because of the fact that they lost twice to us last season, and they're gonna come in with a chip on their shoulder. And with us playing from behind for majority of the season, I can kind of see that happening at some point in this game. And then obviously I can see us, getting it together in the second half. We're gonna be at home, so we gotta turn up. And y'all know we gonna turn up right here at the Doghouse. So stay tuned for that Saturday night, 7:30 live, man. The Dogs take on them Texas Longhorns. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'm your host, Major, and it's the Doghouse. We out. Go Dogs.